Hi, everyone. This is Rico Figliolini, host of The Creek here in Johns Creek. And I'm here with special guest, Stephanie Donaldson, here, the Executive Director of the Arts Center. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, good morning, Rico. We really are grateful to have the opportunity to share the story about the Arts Center, and I am excited to get started.
Yeah, this is our very first podcast for The Creek. I've been doing this in Peachtree Corners and Norcross and other cities. So we're glad to be able to launch here in Johns Creek, just north of where I live, 13 minutes up here. So let's start off a little bit because for those that may not be familiar with you or the Arts Center, tell us a little bit about what you do, a little bit about your background.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. So the Arts Center here in Johns Creek has been in the community. This is our 30th year as a nonprofit art organization. There's a lot behind the 30 years that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
Now, I've been at the Arts Center for 13 years, and I began as a volunteer back then, and then shifted into being the registrar, doing the payroll, became the deputy director, and then right when COVID began, I took over as executive director. But we'll touch base on that and how we got through that part of our history.
Yeah, I would think that would be, because you all 30 years, 3 decades. I mean, 96 and then rebranding again in 2024.
Yes.
To be able to bring the center into a different light also. I guess after 30 years, you do want to do a rebrand maybe.
Yeah, and I can kind of walk you through the history there. So
Sure.
30 years ago, there was a grassroots effort to bring the arts here to North Fulton County, a few people that were artists or art enthusiasts. They began the Art Center, and it was called the O.C. Warsaw Art Center.
Oh, wow.
And then that was in 96.
Right.
In 2006 was the first rebrand, and the name was changed to Johns Creek Art Center. And I gave a destination to the name.
Sure.
In 24, we did another rebrand in 2024, and now we are called the Art Center. And then when we're out in the community, it's the Art Center at Johns Creek.
Now, why was that done that way?
So, good question. Our footprint has expanded dramatically. We are pulling people in to take classes, participate in our exhibitions from Cumming, from Decula, from Lawrenceville, Milton, Alpharetta, Peachtree Corners, Suwanee, Sandy Springs, and believe it or not, there is a lady that comes once a week for art class. She drives all the way up from Auburn.
Oh, my.
So the footprint expanded, and we wanted to be all-encompassing and not appear that we only service this part of the community here.
Excellent. That's like almost an economic impact.
Huge.
To the community here.
That is a big deal for cities.
Yeah, I would think. Restaurants and all that stuff. People have to
Shopping,
go somewhere.
restaurants,
Yeah.
teachers,
Yeah.
yes, employment opportunities.
So it's not just an art center, it's more of an attraction, really.
Yes.
Because it's drawing people from so far away. How did you end up getting here 12 years ago?
All right, so that is a fun story. I had moved from Southern California in 2011 because of a job transfer, and my good friend worked at the Art Center at the time. And so she asked if I would come and help launch a outreach program between high school students and the seniors living in the area, and merge them together to do art projects. And then it accumulated after 9 months of getting together doing art classes at the senior homes to an exhibition here at the Art Center. It was called Student to Senior. So multiple high school children were involved, along with several of our senior centers here. And that was
cool.
how I came in and started my journey as a volunteer and fell in love with the movement with the arts, the healing of the arts, the community that's built behind the arts. And I never left. And I live over an hour away.
Where do you live?
So I am way north between Dawsonville and Dahlonega.
Oh, my.
And so for me, the passion is here. It's in my heart, the people I work with, the beautiful exhibitions, the happiness, the sense of community that we bring.
You were volunteering from way over there. This wasn't a job at the time.
No, I didn't have a job at the time here. It was a
Right.
volunteer thing, just getting settled. I had been doing real estate in California, thought that was the path I was going to take when I landed here again
Yeah.
in 2011, and
No?
never looked back. So
So I guess, when was the moment that art changed your life?
So one of the biggest impacts, I can go back and, art all through school is one, besides PE, my favorite classes all through school, okay?
Really? Okay, okay.
But one of the
That's good.
biggest things that really struck my heart with art, when I took over as director on February 27, 2020, we heard about this little illness that was on the other side of the world.
Challenging.
Yes. And all of a sudden, in a week, it was here. And we were deemed a non-essential business. And we had to close. Broke my heart. Had to lock the door, walk out. I could hear the birds singing, which you never do because of the traffic out here on Abbott's Bridge. And walked away. And I wasn't sure if we'd ever be back. I didn't know what we were facing. Then in March, Governor Kemp had made an announcement saying that we could all do summer camps. No overnight camps, but day camps would be allowed that summer of 2020. I had enough staff that said, we'll wear our masks. We had enough teachers that said, we'll come back. Because being a nonprofit, we had to get back to work. So that summer of 2020, we had just over 300 children through our summer art camps. We followed CDC guidelines. We were masking, sitting 6 feet apart, and we never had an issue.
Were you guys here in the
We were
facilities?
in this building. Yes, we did it here.
Okay.
Um,
Did you expand to the other building later?
No,
or, all
the
this?
space we're in today is an ancillary 1,500 square feet that I rent.
Mm-hmm.
Our home facility right next door, we own that building.
Okay.
That is ours.
And how many square feet is that?
5,900.
Okay, so that's the footprint that you had when you came
Yes,
back.
correct.
You had to go
And-
6 feet apart.
Yes, it was.
It still had
yes.
300 kids coming
Correct.
through.
Yes, we did, and we rented a couple of spaces here in this building, 600. The other thing that we did during COVID was a program that we launched called Family Fun Drive-Up Days. So we identified different celebrations in our community, the Chinese Lunar New Year events, the Diwali, Eid, Earth Day. Oh gosh, there were so many. And what we did on those Saturdays, we would have parents sign up. They would drive up to the parking lot, wouldn't have to get out of the car, and we had these bags filled with art activities based on those particular celebrations within their communities
That is cool.
to keep art out
Yeah,
for
yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
And the adults in the summer of 2020 came back for their classes. And what struck me, going back to the original question about the passion for the arts, parents said that this was the one thing that their children looked forward to, was coming to do their art class. They were all at home, online doing classes.
That must
And
have broken your heart a little bit.
It did. It did. They missed their friends. They missed that camaraderie in a classroom. It gave them that opportunity to feel kind of normal again.
Yeah.
Our adults came back with their classes, and the story behind the adults coming back during COVID, resounding message was, this is the only happy thing I have in my life right now, is my art class.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think people, I think now that we're so far, not far, but fairly far away from it, I think we forget how that was.
Did.
When you said that you could hear the birds outside, I remember the silence.
It was amazing.
There was no
right?
traffic. It
None.
felt like it was The Walking Dead almost going down into Atlanta. I mean, it's just like,
And it cut my commute like in half,
Yeah,
because
I'm
nobody was
sure.
on 400.
yeah,
Yes.
because everyone else was not.
Home. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were all home.
They were doing that remote work.
Yeah.
So I can see also parents wanting their kids. It could be stifling having them in the house, like not being able to do anything.
Well,
right?
parents are trying to work from home. The
Right.
kids are trying to take classes from home.
Yeah.
So it gave everybody that moment of, let me drop you off at an art class. Let me
Yeah.
drop you off at a camp. Or the adult said sign me up. I'm ready. And we masked. We were careful. And we never had to close.
You didn't have any problems with that.
No problems.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, we went through a lot of disinfectant.
Yeah. Clorox wipes and stuff.
We did.
So we talked about the rebranding in 2024. You want to explain a little bit more about that? I mean, this was to be able to make sure that, because you were drawing from all over.
We're drawing from all over,
but not
correct?
just here,
Yes.
but you had programs going out, I think,
Correct,
too,
yes.
right?
So, being a nonprofit, we know it's incredibly important to give back to the community. And so We work with 3 of the Title I schools in Roswell, Vickery Mill, Mimosa Elementary, and Esther Jackson schools. And the other program we work with on outreach is the Drake House in Roswell. And those that are not familiar, the Drake House helps mothers and children that are experiencing homelessness. They have a place to live. They help the mothers get work, and they make sure kids are going to school. Well, we will go to them and provide art classes and art experiences. We pay for the teacher, we pay for all the supplies, and sometimes we have enough that we can buy extra supplies that they can share at home with their families.
Wow.
Yeah, so we made sure that we did not forget those children. We would load everything up and take that over to make sure those families also had those opportunities to experience art.
Wow.
Yeah.
We, you were talking a little bit before about diversity, equity, inclusion, and stuff. What does that look like in practice?
So here at the Art Center, if you walk into a classroom, from children to the adults, you will absolutely see the diversity of not just Johns Creek, but our whole surrounding community. We are also seeing that within our pool of instructors, whether they're from Asia, whether they're from a Latin country. We are very intent on making sure everybody feels included in. And what I find is interesting is all these different nationalities are coming through the door.
Yeah.
I have learned something from everybody. I love their food. I love their styles, their clothing, even their art is different.
I would imagine it comes from a different perspective.
Completely.
Right? And it enriches what you see and what you do, I guess.
And, we've had opportunities, to have specific exhibitions to focus on these different ethnicities in our community. We've had a Latin artist exhibitions, we've had Korean exhibitions, we offer solo shows for individuals that want to come in and showcase what they do in their
You
arts.
just recently had, who's the artist?
Rick Skis had a solo exhibition. He is a retired architect. He lives here in the community. Now, he has a very large body of work. He does watercolor works and then porcelain and ceramic work. He retired and has been taking classes in our clay studio for many years.
Really?
And he's also a photographer.
Yes, I saw some of that.
So his work is spectacular.
Yeah.
The next show that we're hanging right now, that we'll have done by the end of the day today, celebrates Black History Month.
Okay.
And we do that every month. We tied that in with a fun workshop a couple of weeks ago on MLK Day. We had that for free for children to come in, and they had their parents with them. And we always want to celebrate, every month of the year when that comes around. The next show that we have after that is our big student member exhibition.
Okay.
And we would love for everybody to come see it. These are adult students that are taking classes here. And I want to talk about classes too, so
Sure.
people understand everything that we offer.
Yeah, and I want to be able to discuss, or while you're doing that, I guess the ability and the background of people, right? Because you have kids, you have amateurs, but you also have somewhat professional
Correct.
people that are working through here. So tell us a little bit about the classes, because they vary.
Sure.
When I went on the website, I was just amazed about the type of classes. It wasn't just watercolor or painting; it was
No.
anime art. It was
Sure.
a bunch of different pottery. I mean, I took a little tour back there
Yes.
a couple of weeks ago. What do you have, 4 or 5 furnaces, kilns?
5
5
there.
back there.
Yes.
And I'm just amazed the amount of work that you can actually put out through here.
Yeah, it is incredible. When I started 13 years ago, we had 50 students in the clay studio. We've more than tripled that without adding space. We've gotten
Wow,
very
okay.
creative.
Okay.
So what you had mentioned before, we have children. We start with a free program that begins with age 3 with a caregiver, 3 to 5. So that's the youngest, and that is a free program the first Tuesdays of the month. It's called Small, Small World. Then after that, they can come and join a class called Mini Masters, and that's K to 2.
Okay.
And then we have,
Like that.
it's very cute. That teacher focuses on a master artist each week. So it's an educational component to
Sure.
their little art class.
Okay.
Then they can go to Amazing Art, which is a 3rd to 5th grade program. And then in that 2nd to 6th grade age group, we have clay classes for the kids, and it's hand building.
Okay.
We have programs for teens. We have dynamic drawing for the teens, and then clay classes as well. And then for the adults, there's oil and acrylic painting, basic drawing, color pencil, silk painting.
Wow. That's difficult.
Abstract,
That's
yes, the silk is beautiful. Abstract painting of basics, learning 1, 2, 3 color theory and lines, and just for beginners, intermediates, and those that have been coming. Some people have been coming here for over 20 years. And then we have our clay studio, which you mentioned, which we have the wheel side, and then the hand building side. So we're open from 9 in the morning till like 10 o'clock at night, almost every day of the week here.
7 days a week almost?
Almost, yeah. Sometimes we have Sunday events. We do workshops. One of the movements we have found is the Bob Ross movement. We all love Bob Ross. So we have a certified teacher that does the Bob Ross workshops, and people are loving that. We will have an upcycle exhibition this spring too.
What is that?
So, we're considerate of our environment. Everybody's, the earth is wonderful and important. So there are so many things that we can take out of the garbage and create art. It's called upcycle.
Yeah, okay.
All right?
I've seen that. I've seen work like that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have an upcycle exhibition coming up, and that'll be tied in with a fun workshop with Scrap Lanta. And they, so there's so many.
So you do work with other organizations
There's
as well?
so many, absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to the collaboratives here in a moment.
Okay.
We have, besides our classes all year long, Rico, we have camps. We have a spring break camp coming up in April for a week. Then we go into our summer camp mode, and that starts the last Tuesday of May. We have 9 weeks of summer art camps, and we have about 70 different camps to choose from. So that is very
70
important.
different camps?
Yes, all different types of camps. And
Different hours and days
they're all
and stuff?
9 to 3, and your child will come Monday through Friday.
Oh.
And on Friday, they go home with a plethora of beautiful things that they've created.
And what age
From
group for that?
rising kindergarten to high school students.
Okay.
So there's, we have, one of the most favorite is called Sparkle Camp. It's everything sparkle. We'll have
really?
Fashionista Camp,
Fashionista
anime
camp.
manga camp,
Okay.
Steampunk, robotic camp, where they're doing and creating with art, little robots, not operational, but art wrapped around
Got it.
that.
Sure.
Of course, our clay camps, journaling, writing.
So I mean, just the supply aspect of having all the supplies to do this got to be one of your biggest budget items.
That's a good point. It is. So adults bring their own supplies,
Okay.
and then we provide that for all of the youth camps and classes and all the supplies for the workshops. So we're grateful. We'll get donations. We've had donations of money that we'll just turn right around and use that to buy the supplies for the outreach programs. We'll have, maybe something that'll be given to us from maybe like Blick Art. We're always looking to be very savvy, being a nonprofit, but high quality product that we want to use.
Sure.
Yeah, it's important.
Do people that want to donate, can they even suggest or say, I'm going to give you this money, can you
yes.
use it for this type of programming?
Absolutely. We do have donors that say, here's a donation. I want to use it toward the programs at the Drake House, or I want to earmark this for your programs at the Title I schools, or we want to put this in the scholarship fund, because we do have a scholarship for families that want to take a class, take a camp, and financially just can't reach that. And so we always make sure it's always accessible. That's the whole important thing, is art accessible to everybody, no matter what level that you're coming to us at.
Okay. Do you want to talk about also, let's go back to a little bit, take a step back to the organizations that you work with.
Okay.
How does that come about? How do you choose them? do they come to you sometimes? I mean, how does that work?
It is a two-way street.
Okay.
So I had mentioned the Drake House. We've been partners with that nonprofit for many, many years, taking the art classes to those children. And then at Christmas time, we always put together a little gift packet for the moms. And that's been wonderful. During COVID, we did a fundraiser for them and had gathered about $1,200 for the Drake House. And they used that money to buy Kroger shopping carts so the moms could buy food and cleaning things.
Oh,
And
wow. Okay.
so we're always trying to help other ones. The other one I had mentioned before are there are 3 Title I schools that we work with. We also collaborate. We have a fun thing coming up with the Johns Creek Symphony.
Oh, what are you doing there?
And in conjunction with Fulton County Futures Lab,
Okay.
it is called Soundcraft. And it's another way to look at Minecraft. All right. So this is a pilot program in the whole of the United States, and we're a part of this with them for this collaborative. So we'll have Northview High School students that will create on their their computer Minecraft and Minecraft sounds. All right.
Oh, really?
Okay. And that'll come out on speakers. And 4 or 5 musicians from the Johns Creek Symphony
Will play along
will be
with them?
playing music with them.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So this was a program that kicked off in Korea with the new maestro that we have here now in Johns Creek,
Kim Chang?
Mr. Henry.
Okay.
Yeah, John,
Right.
yes. And so he did it with a YouTuber named Jazzy Jazz, and that YouTuber has like 1 million followers. So we're piloting that here. So it's combining
That's interesting.
3
I mean,
different
just,
the collaboratives
yeah.
of all of us. So
Yeah,
that little pilot concert is going to happen in July
wow.
here at the Art Center. We're going to
July,
actually do it in
okay.
this space here, and then and get that launched. We are also talking about collaboratives. We provide the after-school art enrichment classes at 8 of the elementary schools here in North Fulton. So we book the classrooms. Our teachers go once a week and do the after-school art enrichment at these elementary schools. So parents, if you're listening,
Yeah.
check our
That'd be
website,
the thing to do.
see if we're at your school.
Yeah.
The child just
for
stays.
an hour or?
Yeah, the class usually starts at 2:30,
Okay.
and then pickup time's about 4 o'clock. So that's been very popular. It helps parents, give them that extra
Sure.
time after work, or if the student needs to be escorted to YMCA, we provide that as well. We have a new program too now. It's become an initiative across the whole of the United States with an art class the second Monday of the month for those who are experiencing breast cancer, survivor breast cancers, going through the treatments, and they come to and get together and paint. And it's a beautiful program,
Yeah.
and that's a new program that we've kicked off at the end of last year. Now it's become an initiative across the country.
Wow.
So we're happy to kick that one off too. So
A lot of stuff going on there.
yes,
It's just-
yes, it is. There's a lot. And then we have an active senior painting class every other Monday at Newtown Park in Johns Creek. And
Outdoors? Or-
it's indoors
Okay,
at the little brick
Yeah,
building
yeah,
over at
okay.
Newtown Park. In December, they actually brought their art here, and we had a little exhibition for them, and they had their families and friends come see the artwork that they created. And it's growing. So we may have to add a few more days over there for that outreach program.
Anything else?
I'll let
It's
you
just
go
like
ahead.
a lot. No. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
good. This is
Yeah.
good. Is there anything that you want to see happening here that's not yet, that you guys would like to see?
You know, it's interesting. We'll ask people, what would you like us to be able to offer?
Yeah.
You know, we hear, people would love to see, woodworking or glass blowing or metal working, and we would too. However, we have a space constraint, maybe eventually, because, we're at that point where, we need to expand a little bit more. So I'm on board. I love all of those different mediums there.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, as you were talking about it, I was thinking photography too. I mean, it's all
absolutely.
It's all artwork.
Correct.
But there's only so much you can do, right? So
Yeah, right.
I mean, the idea of doing the Minecraft thing with the orchestra, I thought that was great, because part of what I see going on in the future too is sometimes the artisan work that's traditional artisan work, like you would imagine a Renaissance studio being doing, which is a lot of what you talk about. It hasn't changed a lot. I mean, yes, some of the paints have changed a bit and stuff, but then looking at the digital environment and
Correct.
bringing that into it as well. I mean, do you look at that? I mean, besides that one event that you're going to be doing, does that ever come into play as well? Digital art.
We have talked about figuring out a way to bring digital art back here to the art center and having maybe the students bring their own devices.
Okay.
I think it would be easier for them to be able to travel with that, go home
Sure.
and work on that. Now, when we do our high honors high school and middle school art competition every summer, we do get a lot of digital art from the teens because they're doing it at their schools.
Yeah.
They have that equipment.
I mean, even on an iPad, I mean, there's so much software out there that you could create a beautiful water
they
brush
do.
looking piece of art, right, in digital.
Yes, these teens are incredibly talented. And then I'm just going to expand just a little bit more on our exhibitions as we keep going, since I brought that one up.
Yeah.
So here at our home base in our main building, we'll do 7 different exhibitions a year. And that is a hefty schedule when you're thinking we're up with one show, down with that, up with the next. We use this space for our solo shows.
How long does it take to put up a show?
We give ourselves about 5 days.
Okay.
Sometimes the work trickles in. We're waiting for artists to drop things,
And
until we.
you do events also within
Yes.
that exhibition.
So
okay.
within that exhibition, we'll have there could be an artist talk scheduled. It could be a workshop scheduled, bringing in an educational component to these events, and then a closing reception. We had that for Rick Skis, and it's a beautiful evening, and a lot of times we'll get a local high school student to come and provide the music. We have wonderful foods and desserts available. It's a great date night. That's what I tell people. Come and do our receptions, have some hors d'oeuvres, get a little glass
Sounds
of
like
wine,
it. Yeah.
you buy smart,
You know,
and then go to dinner here in Johns Creek someplace.
Yeah, I mean, there were businesses out there like that. I think there was one in the Forum that did artwork, and you take a sip of, you have wine and
To
stuff
sip
like
and
that. Yeah.
create things.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So, what other
opportunity.
programs are we talking about?
Let's see. So what else I wanted to talk about when we were, touching base about our exhibitions, one of our biggest, and we're celebrating the 12th anniversary, is our Summer Serendipity exhibition. It happens every summer. This is their 12th one coming up. It is a regional competition. Last year we had just over, I think about 85 artists submit up to 3 works apiece.
Wow.
And then we had
You had to judge it?
no, we always bring in somebody who's not going to recognize names, somebody
Right.
who's got a background. The gentleman last year, Mr. Anam, was our judge. He has work all over the world. He is phenomenal. His story is incredible. He had polio as a child when he was 5. And so he walked with a limp. He got picked on at school. His story was sad. His art teacher kind of took him under her wing. And now he's just sells things all over the world. He has works in big corporate buildings in New York City. He was the judge last year.
And he's providing his time to do that.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Yes, so
That's
he
neat.
had to sort through almost 300 pieces of art
Wow.
to pull together the exhibition, and we had 65 pieces in that show when he was done finally pulling it all together.
And does any of that reside online that people can see too?
Well, with our exhibitions, we did have on the old website the ability to load that there.
Okay.
We are looking at wanting to bring that back, but the platform we have right now doesn't give us that bandwidth, because it's nice for families that have people out of the country. And they
Yeah.
say, here, take a look.
I mean, it would be awesome to be able to do, and I've seen this, especially during COVID, actually, at the time. Museums like the Louvre and stuff would have the virtual walkthroughs.
Correct.
Where you could literally, like you see on a real estate
Yes.
listing, where you could walk through a house and it was the same thing.
Yeah.
And then you click on a piece of art and give you a description. So if you can't make it somewhere,
Then you can see it,
yeah, it just gives a wider, broader
Sure.
audience for the
It
artists.
does, and if you go to our Facebook page or our Instagram, you'll see the walkthrough of Rick Ski's show.
Okay.
Yes, with some beautiful music tied into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we try to capture it that way.
Okay.
So we can get that out on our social media
Sure.
platforms. The other places that people can go to see exhibition work that we're involved with here in the city,
Yeah.
we have work on display at Johns Creek City Hall. Now, we have
Okay.
a wall with adult work, and right
Right.
now it's one of our shows that we have over there is our instructor showcase. And that's up over at City Hall in Johns Creek for 2 more weeks, and you can walk in and see that work. And then we always hang children's artwork inside the city council chambers.
Oh, do you?
And we
Okay.
change this out like every quarter.
Okay.
So we'll have our local schools make some beautiful artwork.
Okay.
We also have artwork on display at Emory Johns Creek Hospital on the
Right.
meeting
that. Mm-hmm.
floor, and then up in the breast center as well. And that is all helped and organized and coordinated with a group called the Art Center Guild. It's a group of
That was-
24
yes, that was my next
volunteers. So if
question.
I'm getting ahead of
Yeah,
you,
no,
you just
no,
let me
go.
know.
You're
Rico.
right on target. Go ahead.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
So for as long as I've been here and before me, there's always been a fantastic group of volunteers called the Guild. And the Guild helps with our receptions. If you come to our reception, they bring beautiful, delicious, homemade desserts. All right? And we're so grateful for that.
Sure.
And then they will help us hang shows at City Hall, at Emory Hospital. And then they're very helpful during our Summer Serendipity big exhibition to find sponsors to help
Yes.
fund it, because
Yes.
we give away prize money, we have ribbons, there's a lot of cost behind these
Sure.
events that we do. So the Guild always steps up to help support the Summer Serendipity.
So who's your biggest sponsors right now?
So right now, like during Serendipity, one of our biggest sponsors is, oh my goodness, the construction company. I'm sorry, I'll come back to the
That's
name.
all right.
It just escaped me.
Okay.
But we'll get even $250 sponsors, $1,000 sponsors, help
So
us
not
along
just
the way.
corporate, not just high level corporate.
No, we get more from, 70% of our revenue is from our earned income,
Okay.
followed by the grants we write.
Earned income or fees and
Classes,
stuff?
camps,
Okay.
workshops,
Right.
correct.
And then the next set,
Next segment is our grants.
Okay.
So this is grant writing season right now.
federal grants, state grants.
Georgia Council for the Arts.
Okay.
Fulton County commissioners are fantastic. We do write a grant. We are one of their legacy partners here in the state of Georgia. And so their funding is incredibly important for the Art Center. And that actually has helped us be able to rent additional space here, helps with some of the organizational costs. So grateful to the Fulton County commissioners, and then, of course, the Fulton County Arts and Culture who support us as well. It's very important. And then we find our sponsors and donors. We have monthly donors that are, earmark their money for outreach programs. It's fantastic. And our sponsors change every year according to what we may have
For
happening
sure.
in events that they choose.
For sure. And you may
Correct.
have special sponsors for special events.
Exactly.
Because they're drawing to
Right.
it. So funding for the center is, like you said, grants, revenue, and all that stuff. It got to be difficult, right? Nonprofit work is not easy.
It is not easy. However, I can't think of a more beautiful nonprofit to be involved with and to work for here at the Art Center. We have so many wonderful stories that have come out of here. We talked about COVID a little bit and the importance of the arts and the healing there. But nonprofit work is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a hustle.
Yeah.
And
Not easy.
no, it is not. And we have, some fundraising events coming up this year because we're celebrating 30 years.
Yeah.
It's a big birthday party
It's a
here.
long time to
It is a
be,
long time as a nonprofit and to be continue to grow. So our first fundraiser event, if I can segue
Yeah,
into that,
please, go ahead.
is February 21. You're not going to want to miss this one. It is our big bowls and chili cook-off event.
Okay.
So our clay studio has created over 200 beautiful pieces of ceramics, from bowls to cups to even dishes for your dog or your favorite cat, vases. So pricing starts at $30. We'll have some silent auction items. We have some sets of dishes that are all created here at the Art Center. And then we'll have a chili cook-off. So you get
That's
to
gonna
come
be
that
good.
day, buy some ceramics, support the clay studio, and have some
And that's going to
fantastic
happen.
chili.
That's happening
That's
here at the
happening
center.
here at the center
Okay.
on Abbotsbridge Road. Then, gosh, that's February 21 from
That's
4 to 7
really, yeah.
o'clock. It's coming up.
by the time this podcast comes out, it'll be early next week. So it's still
Okay,
about a
that's
week
perfect.
or two, a couple of weeks ahead.
Yeah. And then we want to invite everybody to our birthday bash,
When
which
is
is
that?
March 21st.
Okay.
So we've got those plans are cooking. And that's like an open house event that day. We have a lot of our instructors here that are going to be doing demos. We'll have some fun things for the kids and make and take activities and birthday cake. And that'll be a fun event that day.
So where can listeners go? What's your website?
Okay,
address?
our website is theartscenter.org.
So if they want to join your newsletter,
Go to our website,
okay.
go down to the bottom of the homepage, hit subscribe, and we send out a weekly blast with everything that's coming up, whether it's sign up for classes, sign up for camp, free events, workshops, exhibitions. It's the best place to get the information and not miss out. Come and hang out with us cool kids over here at the Art Center.
Yeah. And you should follow on Instagram as well.
Instagram, Facebook.
Facebook, all
Yes.
that. So head over to the site. All those links are on there. It's been a learning experience, to learn more about what the center does. I mean, I didn't realize, I went to the website, and there's a lot on that website.
Yes, there is.
So, but to hear
Yes.
it and to hear from you.
And just before we sign off here, I just wanted to share with you too and everybody that's listening. The Arts Center has we received the Governor's Award in recognition for all the work we do in the arts and humanities. In 2024, we were awarded that at the Capitol. We have been recognized by the Georgia Senate, the Georgia House of Representatives, Fulton County Commissioners, and the City of Johns Creek for all the work that we do in arts and humanities.
I mean, there's a big impact that you guys all
Yes.
do in this city. And surrounding areas for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
people come from where
Sure.
as far as Athens?
Oh, yeah, she's down in Auburn.
Auburn.
Auburn, oh, yeah. But when you have community and you have the arts, it's, people feel connected.
Yes.
And that's what we do here. It's create and connect
Not just personally, but visually.
completely.
Right.
Yes, both ways.
Appreciate you, Stephanie.
I appreciate this, Rico. This was really fun. I could
Yeah.
talk for another hour.
We can keep going too, yes. So if you want to learn more, though, reach out to Stephanie Donaldson here at the Art Center. Leave comments below if you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Certainly leave your comments. This is probably going to be streamed simultaneously, live stream on those. If you have any questions for me, tell me. Visit our website, thejohnscreekmagazine.com, and you'll see show notes and links and other information from this. So thank you all. Appreciate you being with us.
Oh, thank you. And thank you very much, Rico. I'm
Thanks,
grateful.
Stephanie.
Have
Take
a beautiful day.
You too. You all be safe.